We're finally back. Exalted Sigil, Lord Vyle, Unboxes, number 2. So it has been quite some time since I hit you with the first unboxing video. I apologize. I've been busy. I actually made my own business besides the band. Also have Exalted Sigil, but made my own business on a personal side there. Personal side note. Whenever I put one out, I really don't know what era that was. Maybe I think we were doing Soul Torture or like the Illithid type of time period. Since then, we've made a whole EP that is over 32 minutes long. It hits a lot of different areas, different facets. It wasn't quite big enough to bring us into sheer stardom, but there were some people that got it. There was a lot of very cool organic things that happened from us putting the Hell's Alchemist out. Alright, yeah, talking about Hell's Alchemist kind of puts me in the frame of mind of talking about this first piece of merch that I have that's from a band called Jin Ghoul. Now later I would find out that Jin Ghoul is actually a two-man band, like my band. But I did not know that for quite a while. Let's look at the piece of merch. Sort of reminds me a lot of the movie Platform, which was, I'm really big on horror, and it was a horror movie. It came out in the 2020s, I forget which year, but it was actually surprisingly pretty good. I think maybe it was a Shudder original, but yeah, that's kind of what the artwork reminds me of. The release that this is for is actually called Mechalith, not Monolith, but a Mechalith. It's on Vicious Instinct Records. I can't remember if I actually bought the package that gave you the album, and I gotta say, they gave me some stickers, the Jin Ghoul stickers, and this one in particular, the way it's done on like a matte finish. It is really neat. I'm probably gonna put it on my car at some point. I really rather like the ink that they did the logos in. The actual screen printing is a little light. I'd imagine that they may have asked them to kind of do it in that way, but the record label, it looks like they do it on some of their other bands. They have this finish on like the logos that is like rather opaque. So yep, I mean, definitely totally feeling this shirt, and also to show you, you know, like they have their own threads that they're putting these on. The Vicious Instinct got the whole logo inside as well, so they're really knocking it out of the park with their branding and their logo work, in my opinion. Alright, next up, I would say we have a pretty heavy hitter with this one here. This artwork is off the chain. Disentomb, Australia. Got a couple Australian friends now. They're rad. Shout out, bro. You've made some pretty awesome artwork for us so far. Just messing around. But yeah, this Disentomb shirt is pretty different than their the rest of the catalog. Most of their other stuff kind of looks like more ancient, and like they have this statue of a demon he's always eating humans. Always. One thing that's really notable about it is that the color scheme. It is in this really light powder blue. It just hits whenever you see it. It has maroon to kind of beef it up, and of course the blood. Alright, let's sort of switch gears and hit you with the classic band. We got the CC, we got the Cannibal Corpse. I ended up being really impressed with this piece. Just because I buy a lot of Cannibal Corpse merch that's from the way high grade King's Road merch, and this one is actually from just the website Rockabilia, and it is sort of nice that it has this nice feature on the back that's quite big from the album. It's really well done. Like I noted before, this wasn't from King's Road merch. It's on brand new Gildan on the silver tag. It's from Rockabilia. As many people want to say some type of cross thing about Chris Barnes. Back when he was doing this, he was very much at the top of his game. I've covered a song off of this album, and if you think that it's easy to sing, you're wrong. You should try it and actually hit the pitches and notes that he was hitting. Things are a little different now, but you always got to give respect to a death metal legend. Had the Sam Adams Winter Lager to help me out with this one. Kept me warm. I like that. It's very festive and very tasty. Let's move on to the final piece. That artwork is pretty disturbing, the way they have the chick. Here's the back. It's pretty full as well. Alright, what are we really talking about with this? Ackley's black metal band. There's like one main guy. He has a crazy moniker like me, Lord Vyle, but it's like some Nazgul-ish thing. Not to belittle him, I don't know what he pulls from to write his stuff. It's kind of like witchcraft. It's definitely not from the Bible. If you look at maybe my favorite band ever, Behemoth, he pulls from many books that people don't know the names of. So this Nazgul guy, he is also a Coloradian, a Colorado native. One thing he has learned to do from having a couple of his bands out there is how to bring it. Because this shit is like The Exorcist, but only music. So before I give him too much credit, I am gonna say, as soon as I got this shirt, I pretty much noticed, and it's on in American Apparel. I think this is a supplication shirt. It still looks good. It held up in the wash. I don't think that it really contends with a old school screen print. Maybe that's just the conclusion that we're gonna have to come to for Lord Vyle Unboxes 2. Old school screen printing rules. I'm making my own merches and stuff right now, and sometimes you have to stand up for yourself and argue with people. Here is that jingle little disc. It's kind of more like a mini CD in my opinion. It's 4 songs. It's on Vicious Instinct Records, who in my opinion kind of came into the game pretty fast, but they are to a high standard. 4 songs is kind of meager. I don't know. I've been waiting to do this video, and I'm gonna take this sucker out into the car. Don't quite know all the lengths of the songs on here. Could be, you know, I wrote a song that was like 16 minutes, so you never know. In the end, with all the side notes put to the side, who would you go with? Talking this batch of merch, I'm going with this Cannibal Corpse shirt, The Bleeding. I believe The Bleeding is the #1 death metal album ever, sales wise. I could be wrong. You could call me out in the comments. Alright, my guys and ghoulies, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell, and if you don't, y'all can just go to hell.